Budderz. Budderz. You coming for some attention? Yeah. He just loves some attention. Yeah, that's my buddy. That's my buddy. Hi, Budderz. What are you doing, man? You could tell he's skittish. He wants some food. Oh, Frisky, are you trying to become the star of the show? I'll give her some little treats. Welcome in. The gray cat is Frisky. She is a domesticated indoor and outdoor cat. And the long-haired cat is Mr. Budderz. And he is a 100% feral cat, which I have acclimated to being near me. So he's really enjoying the attention he gets. He's always been in the wild his whole life, and every single noise kind of freaks him out. Any kind of loud noise, he gets really startled. But it took a few months for me to get to him warmed up to where he'll let me pick him up now. But I don't pick him up and like carry him or move him anywhere yet. But yesterday was the first day I was able to actually pick him up without him going nuts and clawing me. But he's gotten to be my little buddy. That's why I call him Mr. Buddy or Budderz. He showed up around my neck of the woods in, I think it was November of last year, maybe October. And it wasn't until earlier this year I decided I was going to try to coax him over to me. And it worked. Now he's kind of like, he likes the attention. Don't you, Mr. Budderz? Yeah, that's a Mr. Budderz. He is a feral cat, but there's something in him that's like, man, this guy is just, he's not a danger. And if you can get a feral cat to let you touch their head and their neck, yeah, then they put some kind of trust in you. Yeah, that's a Mr. Budderz. That's a Mr. Budderz. He's like, oh yes, that's where the ticks have been getting me the worst. Help me. Yeah, or the fleas. Ticks and fleas and What else they get? Chiggers. Yeah, they get all kinds of little parasites. Yes, you do. Budderz. Yeah, what do you want? You just want some love. You just want a friend. I first saw him last year. Actually, yeah, now I think about it, he might have shown up earlier because last year I think it was a warmer night. I heard some cats screaming. And we had a bully cat that was around here. And the bully cat was picking on this one. Had this one cowering, and the bully cat was trying to beat him up and hurt him and show him who's boss. And I said, okay, I got your number. So I used my live trap and I trapped that bully cat. And I took him way off out of the way from here. I drove about 15 miles. Dropped him off in a farmland where there was woods and a creek and mice and birds, and farmers love to have feral cats around because they keep the mice down. And so I brought that cat way out of here so he's not going to pick on this one or my girls anymore. He was picking on my girls too, trying to bully them. So I went ahead and did that, and then this guy didn't start showing up for a while. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Oh, I love cats too. This is a long-haired boy. I call him Budderz or Mr. Buddy. Budderz. Budderz. And he's an acclimated feral cat. He's been feral from what it looks like all of his life. Yep. And he wouldn't even come within 100 feet of me 3 months ago. I think that's when I first started loading the videos of him, when he was far away and he was just starting to come in for food. And he and I had him between me and him, I had the door, so I just basically open the door and put my hand out, and he would, I put the food underneath my hand, so if he wanted the food, he had to come underneath my hand, and he was real nervous about that. But he had already been eating the food. I had it out there for my girls, my 2 female cats, and so this time he knew the food. He knew what the food was, but it took him some getting used to. And then after he found out, hey, this hand actually feels good, it's not a threat, then he became my buddy. And he's like, man, I want more of that. And so, yeah, now, like, if you go in the beginning of the live stream, you'll see he bypassed the food. He just wants attention. Most of the time when I come out now, he'll follow me around the yard, which he never did before. In fact, if I got off of the deck, he would freak out and run away. Because the deck was kind of like a safety thing. And now, let's see if he does it. I met her, Budderz. Let's see if he'll follow me off the deck. He just started doing that a couple days ago. Yeah, that's a matter, Budderz. One of the things he loves to have his whole back stroked like this. And then he likes to have the very base of his tail scratched. Man, is that just a good stimulation, isn't it? It's a good stimulation. Yeah. Yeah, the matter, Budderz. To me, it's kind of cool when you get an animal that's feral or wild and you're able to acclimate them and kind of get them semi-domesticated. But he's been curious the last about a month or so, wanting to come inside the house because he sees the girls coming in all the time. Yeah, that's my Budderz. That's my buddy. Yeah, I like him. I like him. He'll probably follow me. He'll follow me? Yeah. He'll follow me around the yard with that tail sticking straight up? Yeah. He would never come off that deck with me. And now he's just like, okay, he feels safe. Yeah, he's completely feral, but I just had to acclimate him with food. You know, he was coming around eating my girl's food. I have 2 female cats. He found their food and he was chowing on the food, and I'm like, well, hey, dude, if I'm gonna be paying to feed you, then you're gonna be becoming my buddy. Yeah, that food ain't free. You gotta let me get some petting. Yeah. See, all jittery. Any kind of fast movement, he gets scared, even though he knows me. He's known me for, well, I guess it's been going on about 4 months now. Since he let me touch him the first time. Think about that. I got it on video. It's in my channel. Can he jump? Oh yeah, every cat can jump unless they're crippled or maimed or something. Yeah, that's Mr. Budderz. I think he's about 4 years old is what I think. I've had cats on and off most of my life. Yeah. He has kind of like the demeanor of about a 4-year-old. This is the first long-haired cat, and I'm not saying I have him because he's feral. He's outdoors completely, raised and born in the wild. But I've always liked long-haired cats, and I've never had one. And he's just got a really pretty color coat. He's a mix between tabby, calico, which is a type of tabby anyway, and it's very rare to find a male calico. And he's got orange and brown and white and black, and so those color combinations make him a calico. Oh, he just started coming around. I live out in the country, you know, and in the country we get feral cats all the time. People drop off their cats in the country and then they end up mating and having kittens, and some go to the coyotes, some go to the hawks, and the ones that don't go to the coyotes and don't go to the hawks end up getting very wise in the wild, and they're feral. Yeah, but oh, see, I dropped my phone and he freaked out and ran away. Come on. He's like, yeah, that was enough for me. Oh, what do we got here? Aeon Drake. Yeah, I don't know what the rainbow emoji and the heart emoji is for. But given the way that the culture is being engineered to accept all sorts of perverted sexual lifestyles, I'm more prone to think that that's of that kind of a intent, but I'm not going to assume that. You're playing cat game. I don't know what the cat game is. Oh, a box. Yeah. Cats do like boxes. I'll be right back. He probably won't stay by the food as I walk away because he seems to tend to want to follow me now. Where before I used to have to try to follow him and he'd run away and he'd be scared. And now when I leave, he wants to follow me and he's like, hey, come back. I like you. I met her, Budderz. It's okay. Met her, Budderz. Why'd you get scared? Why'd you get scared? Huh? Why'd you get scared? Yeah. He's my buddy. He's my mother, Budderz. Huh. He's going outside. He just got scared when I pulled the phone out of the tripod. Mitter Budderz. So when a cat's really happy with someone, they like someone, when they come to them, their tail goes up. Get Mitter Budderz. Yeah, he does his tail swagging and the J curl on it and all that. He's a cutie. He loves attention. He does. You can see him, he'll make biscuits while I pet him. Every noise startles him. Yeah, Mitter Budderz. You know, I tried to play with him with a string one time, and he didn't recognize it as a toy. He recognized it as a prey, and he caught it, and he pulled as hard as he could to try to get it away from me. And when he couldn't get it out of my hand, he got real scared because it wasn't acting like a prey, like a snake or a lizard or something. I don't know what he thought it was, but he thought it was prey and he wanted to take it. So then finally one day I let him play. When he grabbed the string, I let him take it. And all he did was he took it off into the middle of the yard and started chewing on it. So on my end, it says there's 3 people on the live stream. I don't know what AFK means. Yeah, it's one of the things about the culture, especially with texting. People are using all sorts of abbreviations instead of typing out words. And it breaks communication. Like, you know, you take the time to type it twice, and probably could have just typed what AFK means instead, but I don't know what AFK is. He still gets real nervous with movements. Come on there, Budderz. Come on. What does AFK mean? Look at those biscuit makers. Little murder mittens making biscuits. Here's Whiskers. She's my lover girl. She's my domestic girl. She's and she sleeps with me and cuddles with me. And she loves the top of her head rub. This is like one of her favorite, but she's not a fan of Mr. Budderz. She puts up with him, but she doesn't like him too much. But she's not too bad. Her sister, Frisky. Her sister Frisky, as I call her nickname, is Little Bitch because she is a little bitch. Yeah, I have 2 female cats. Frisky, that's Frisky. She's my lover girl. Yeah, she is. And then Puma is my baby girl. But this one is Mr. Budderz. The girls don't like the boy. But female cats are usually the ones that like to be loners. In fact, the girls didn't really, they're litter mates, and they really didn't want to put up with each other once they matured. Ooh, he just bit me. He just bit me. That's actually a sign when a cat bites you like that, unless they're drawing blood. Or even sometimes they might draw blood, but if they're not biting you to sink their teeth deep into you, they're just being affectionate. That's how they show affection. When they get overstimulated, they start to bite. And Frisky's like, I'm going to get some of this food. This food's my food. Yeah, that's my Whiskers. Yes, my lover girls. And then Puma is who I call my baby girls. Frisky's my lover girls. Puma's my baby girls. Puma's inside the house. She's been outside for 3 days in a row, and she is not wanting to come in the way that we have to come in now. So she sat outside through a couple of tornadoes, heavy rains. You know, she hides underneath the vehicles or whatever. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm making biscuits. Making air biscuits. He would probably be a great lap cat. I can tell just by how affectionate he is. And I kind of knew he had that personality when I met him. He was always curious, but not curious enough to come close until the free food depended on him coming close. And he's like, man, I kind of like this guy. Yeah, that's okay, Mr. Budderz. He just bit me again. Yeah, it says there's 2 people in here, but I'm only seeing you. What does AFK mean? He's the star of the show. He's the star of the show. I have to put this on the tripod again here for a minute. I'm Mr. Budderz. Frisky's like, hey, I like those things. Are you gonna share? Are you gonna try to share with him? This is the closest I think she's her face to him, to his. Yeah, it says there's like 10 people, but who knows? You know, the numbers aren't always correct. But welcome from China. Uh-oh. We got a China person here. Someone from China came in. At least that's what it looks like. Is that Japanese or Chinese? I can't tell. I saw some in I think it was a meme. Because there's a standard stereotype of people from China will eat anything that moves or lives. And so it's a play on a Churchianity song. It says, all creatures, no, all things wise and wonderful, all creatures great and small, all things bright and beautiful, the Chinese ate them all. Korean. Okay. I was looking at the other person, the one that came in. Yeah, I can't tell. It says that it was translated to meow and hi. But yeah, I just see the writings in some Asian places like China and Korea and Taiwan and maybe Indonesia and places like that. Their writings are more boxed looking with lines and swirls and dots and slashes, and they look, well, the Asian has their own kind of a style of writing, but I don't know what the differences are between them. Yeah, that's what it's saying there is now, 3. Now let's see if she'll, I'm going to give her some treats again. Oh, he's looking for him. He's trying to come up for the treats. He wants a treat. I'll move it over toward her and see. He's not. He's really. He's not a bully. He won't try to force her away from those treats to take them. Where most of the other male feral cats will, they'll exercise dominance over the resources, and when treats, you know, or food comes out, the males, and that's what I don't like, is the bully males, so I get rid of them. But Mr. Budderz, he's not a bully. He's not a bully. He's a very, very kind gentleman. Aren't you, Mr. Budderz? Mr. Budderz. Hi. Hi, Mr. Budderz. He's going back for the food. Or toward the food. Mr. Budderz. Butter. It's Butter with 2 D's instead of T's, just because that's how you get to giving these cutesy names for cats. I called him my buddy, and then I called him Mr. because he's a male. Mr. Butter, Mr. Buddy, and then it evolved to Budderz, Midderbudders, Midderbudders, yeah. He might have some Maine Coon in him because of the hairs that are coming out of his ears are long, and he's got the little pointy tip on him, and his demeanor and character is like a Maine Coon. They're very social. Midderbudders, yes. Yeah, he is my buddy. I saw a kid with a cute little cat, and the kid gave me the white cat. Oh, I hope that's good. Cats are a little less maintenance than dogs, but if it's an indoor cat, you gotta buy litter. You gotta have something to keep the fleas down if they're an indoor or outdoor cat. A lot of people put the poisons on the cats they call them flea treatments, but they're actually flea killers, and they're toxic to cats too. You better watch what you say. There's an industry that might have YouTube signaling that as misinformation. But yeah, my cat's got toxic reactions to those flea treatments, and so. But the fleas stopped bothering them after I got them spayed. Name it Lover. Name it Blossom. Anyhow, yeah, my main purpose of doing this live stream was to test how long it takes for YouTube to recognize the thumbnail in the feed. So I'm going to take a look and see, but I just did a thumbnail test and well, it's not as short of a live stream as I thought it would be, but that's going to be about it. So have a great day.